everybody? Good. I'm good too. So today we're going to do a roundtable talk on loving yourself into your purpose. I'm Pilar, the founder of Empower Our Crown, and this is the purpose for today, is to just have a conversation about how we love ourselves into our purpose. So are you guys ready?
Ready.
Okay. So also, when I ask the question, can you just introduce yourself so people know who you are? Okay. So what does the expression loving yourself into your purpose mean to you?
Okay, so let me go first. So my name's Milana. And to me, that means unconditionally accepting your flaws, your failures, and using that to become a better person and to actually like find yourself. Like not everybody really knows what their purpose is from the start, you know? But yeah, finding your purpose can come through with like just different situations that you go through and you realize like actually this is my passion or this is what I really have a vibe towards. So yeah,
That's dope. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Erica Davis, and I would say first identifying yourself and who you are and being comfortable in your own skin with who you are, and then the things that bring you joy in your dreams and goals, bringing that to your reality. So that be the very thing that you do. So finding your passion and really living that out.
I like that. I really like that. And also like loving yourself into your purpose is really loving yourself through pain also.
Right.
I think sometimes, you know, we're so hyper focused on getting to our purpose, getting to the goal, you know, elevating, and we get stressed out and we didn't give ourselves like that pat on the back that sis, you can go, you can keep going. So I think like loving yourself into your purpose is really making sure that you're good to yourself even during times of discouragement.
My name is Ivy, and I was definitely I like what everybody has shared, and I was definitely going to say what Pilar had just mentioned. Like, even if you're in a phase where you don't know what your purpose is and you're kind of confused, loving yourself through that phase, and you know whatever that may look like in the moment, just making sure that you're being true to yourself, no matter what is going on around you as well.
Yeah. I love that.
I totally agree with everything both of y'all just said. I'm Marissa. I think for me specifically too, it's been confusing figuring out like what that purpose is, and also making peace with the fact that like it may never be a purpose, but that it might be like a million different ones. And that's kind of been like fun for me figuring that out lately. So learning how to have fun without knowing.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay, so what keeps you motivated?
My name's Alina. I would say what keeps me motivated is the end result, just knowing that I have a purpose. Like we just talked about, you're always going to have a purpose, and just the goal and the end result, and just knowing that I have to keep going and I will keep going, and I'm confident in myself. I love myself.
Right.
I know you guys love yourselves too, and just that keeps me motivated. Just the fact that knowing that I love myself and knowing that I'm going to get there, get to my goal is like everything to me.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, no.
I'm motivated by my peers. I have a great circle of influence, or even in the line of work that I do, I get to be able to sit at the table with people who are next level thinkers, who are innovative thinkers. So they motivate me to not only be my best self, but to inspire someone else to be their best self.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's very important to have like a circle, a team of people, a village to keep you motivated, you know. But I think what keeps me the most motivated is knowing that it's God's plan. Like God has a plan and a purpose for us that was already ordained before we even were created. So knowing that for me is just so encouraging, because I'm like, I was put on this earth to be great. You know, I was put on this earth to do more, and I was put on this earth to impact others. So I think just keeping that in mind motivates me daily.
For me, one of the main things that keeps me motivated is my dad. So my dad passed about 3 years ago now, and you know he's always in the forefront of my mind, making sure that I'm keeping in line with the things that he instilled in me since he left this earth. Really keeps me motivated. My family, my friends, people at this table keep me motivated.
Yeah.
I agree. People, others. I also totally agree with Erica. I do think that people drive you. I think that's awesome. But I think a big one for me too is knowing that I can quit. It's really important to me that I'm always able to walk away from things, because if you can walk away, like, now you know you're staying because you want to.
Right.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That is good.
I like that. Okay. So how do you keep the faith, especially in times of, rejection and loss? What do you do to stay motivated? What do you do to maintain that drive and that encouragement to find your purpose?
Well, for me, my relationship with God, I grew up as a preacher's kid, but besides all that, you got to find God for yourself, regardless of what your parents say you need to believe. So I would really say just my personal, really, truly relationship with Him, that keeps me motivated. Like knowing that I can just go to my script, my Bible verses, my devotionals, definitely has kept me grounded in just different situations of like maybe not getting into medical school or just certain things that discourage you, like that has God has really been like my strong power.
Seriously. No, for real. I can attest to that. I mean, I was just saying the other day at church how many times I experienced so much loss, especially last year. It was just like loss after loss after loss. And then my last loss was losing my grandfather. And like I had been like battling with God, like what's going on? Like why are you taking people away from me? Why are you taking things away from me that, that means so much to me? What do I do to like keep this faith? How do I stay faithful to you, but also faithful to my purpose? And like I kept praying about it and crying about it and just like going through the hustle and bustle of it. And I through conversation with God, I was like, I heard from Him that He was like, you got to seek me first. You got to put me first in all that you do. So even when you are undergoing these trials, you're able to have that faith still and have that strong hold because of me. So I agree with that. That resonates with me a lot, is just putting God first, because He's the author and I'm the co-author of my life. So the next question is, who has inspired your journey into loving yourself and to your purpose?
For me, I would say my mom is really big there. She's incredible. My mom is the best. I got her tatted here. It's corny, but I love her. She's great. And I also think my friends who have become family. You can't do it without people and communities.
I would say the male figures in my life, being raised with, I had a brother who played a significant role in who I am becoming. My grandfather, my father, I had a good male support, and they always was telling me that I could. And hearing it from a male who only wants you to be your best self, it does something different when it's coming from a mother or a grandmother. They were always by my side no matter what I did, and they were my protectors in life. So even when I was pushing things to the limits, they will protect me to make sure I don't go so far, but also keep me on track. So just them reaffirming that no matter what I try to do, I can do it, but also having them by my side to kind of walk me through these phases.
I love that. Yeah.
Something to say.
You can go.
I'm really inspired, like everyone has been saying, the people around me. And for me, like my mental health is very important, and making sure I pay attention to that. So I'm not sure if it's really an inspiration, but somebody who keeps me guided is definitely my therapist, and I'm not afraid to say that at all. And the women around me, the people in my church, who have, and knowing that I'm never alone, and being able to reach out to different different people in my support team and stuff like that.
I'd agree. I would definitely say the people that I keep around me, my circle, my friends. I've been around people that now that I'm not around certain people anymore, I'm like, damn, they really never inspired me. I was really like not doing anything for myself around them. I'm just like, now that when you clean that slate and you get the right circle around you, it just motivates you so much more. You see this person buying a house, you see this person starting their business, you see this person keeping their business above water, and it makes you want to do the same thing.
Absolutely.
So definitely the people around me.
For real.
And knowing that it's okay at the same time for some people to fall out of your circle as you're growing in life. And, you know, the people who are consistent are the people who are inspiring you on a daily basis.
And not everybody can have a seat at the table.
Okay.
And that's okay. You know? It's true. Not everybody can have a seat. But we kind of learn that as we grow and as we elevate. You know, we're reaching these goals and we see certain people just falling off. And it's not that it's intentional that we reject them out of our lives. It's just that their goals don't align with what we're trying to do. And their support doesn't align with our support. And because of that, we just have to keep growing. So it's like I welcome people to grow with me. I invite that because it's like I love people, you know. I'm a people person, so when I see other people winning, I'm like, yes, you're winning. But also if you're not winning, it's not that I'm like, oh, you're a loser, bye.
Right.
But it's like, well, I'm trying to win. So if we don't have these same goals to win, then it's hard for me to, you know, relate. It's hard for me to relate with you. So yeah. Okay, so what is your passion? If you know it, what is your passion? That's a tough question because we can have many passions. That's the thing. Like you said earlier, you know, knowing your purpose is knowing that you can have many different purposes. So I guess if you guys know, what is it?
So for me, I think my biggest passion is youth. And not just really any youth, it's really black and brown youth, inner city youth. And so I have been working in the Department of Youth Services, and that's my passion. It's really the young people that keep me motivated, keep me going, and making sure that I'm taking some of the weight for them, you know, dealing with the barriers that they face and trying to dismantle some of those things. They're the ones who keep me grounded, keep me going. And yeah, they're
life. I've gotten to a place where I'm like, I'm not obligated to do anything for anyone except myself. Because I would really like to live a life I enjoy. So I don't know, maybe that's using my degree and like saving the planet, or maybe it's like kicking back and owning a one-level ranch style house in Atlanta and having a little garden with 2 dogs.
I love it.
Yeah, I've thought about it. That's me too. Marty's like, yes, and I'm not married, to be clear.
Say it to the camera.
Let me make that clear, okay? I love that though. I think like my passion is people, and it's like not just, I mean, people, that's so vague, but to help people, to inspire people, to create opportunities for other people. I think like what my driving force is to really help others and kind of see that help come into fruition. Like I want to see that, yeah, I helped you and you're able to take my help and help others, you know, so it's like a domino effect of helping people. And I mean, I love doing it. So I'm a counselor, mental health counselor, and I, you know, help people all the time. Like that's my job, to help people. And it's funny because people are like, how could you do that? But it's like, I genuinely enjoy doing it. People from youth to adulthood, you know, I think that it's very important. So people are my passion, helping people.
I'm ditto that. I think I gravitate to people and vice versa. I get joy from helping people.
Right.
And it's not only just helping them, it's really the thing that they inspire to do to bring it out of them. Because I think we all are called to do something, and I think there's assignments and there's things that we inspire to do, but sometimes you got to connect with someone to bring it to fruition. So I feel like it's my job to really bring out in people what they inspire to do.
Yeah.
And it helps me because then I'm working on me and I'm doing some of the things I enjoy.
Yeah. I love that. Okay, so this is actually the last question of the day. We've been getting through these questions. So this question is, what is one thing you would tell your younger self?
Oh my.
So many things.
Right, so many things.
live life. Don't take things too seriously.
Right.
Slow down.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Slow down.
Slow down. For me, I think I would just say like, it's okay. You know, I'm sorry and I forgive you. It's the time is not over. Like, keep going.
Right.
It's all good. Chill, sis.
Yeah.
Chill, sis.
Just 2 words.
Chill, sis.
I like that.
My younger self, I was totally different, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't who I am
Yeah.
now. And I would tell my younger self that it's okay to be around new people. Because when you grow up around the same people
Right.
and you're accustomed to them, you feel like it's like betrayal.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
That's so
And
true.
if you break out of your norm, it's like, no, you didn't.
Right.
Or, girl, who you think you are?
Right.
Oh, they popped the neck, right?
Right.
So now that I'm groomed into who I am, I'm okay with separating from people.
Right.
I love to be around people who are present in my now. I can't bring people who are in my past and my now because they don't fit.
Right.
They don't understand. They don't speak the
Yeah.
same languages.
Right.
They're not into the same things as me. And when you are okay with that, you don't waste time with trying to explain that to
Right.
people or trying to keep the same people at the table. So I would tell my younger self it's okay to let go.
I love that. Right. Yeah.
I think for me, like, I totally agree with that. I would also specifically say, like, get a therapist sooner and just shut up and take the medication. Take the medication. Years ago.
Okay.
That would be the one thing.
Yeah, I would definitely say that. I would definitely just tell my younger self, like, it'll get better. Because there were definitely times where I was just stressing for no reason. Not young, but
Right.
stressing. And now,
And you're
things
like,
I was stressing about back then, I'm just
Have
like,
no significance.
yeah,
like,
for real. So I'm just
girl.
like, take it easy.
Right.
It'll get better. So, yeah.
And like, it's not the end of the world. 'Cause
Right.
I feel like, I'll be like, oh my God, my life is over. This happened. And it's like, that's irrelevant.
Yeah, exactly.
Chills it.
We need to play that
Yeah,
over, right?
seriously. I do have one more thing, actually. I'm sorry. I said this was the last question, but I want to end on what would you tell yourself now to keep going? And I'll start, and it's to be present and, to be good to yourself along the way. Because, you have a purpose, you have a plan that is ordained from God. So, it's going to be okay. Keep going. Like, keep going so you can inspire not only self to keep going, but others as well, and love yourself unconditionally. I think it starts with us, it starts with what we want to do. So if we love ourselves unconditionally and fully, and we're full, we're going to be able to pour into others. But if we're not full and we're empty, we cannot pour into others. So it's really to just keep going. Stay full. Chill, sis.
I would tell myself to stay focused and to value time. And people are more precious than assets. I feel like people are our best assets. Because I always say I can't make a solid friend,
Right.
someone who's loyal, trustworthy, who is really going to be a solid individual to me. So I really remind myself now that I can use people in my friendships to really come about or create anything I'm trying to do. And if you dedicate yourself and stay focused and you value time, I think sky's the limit.
I agree. Yeah. And you were just saying that earlier,
I
so she
was.
really means it. That's awesome. I would tell myself, just good job and keep it up, honestly.
Yeah.
I think maintaining is harder than striving for
Right.
something a lot of times, so just keep it up.
Really.
I would just, I'm sorry, not to be like annoying, but I would definitely say chill, sis.
Seriously.
Because at the end of the day, you don't want to stress about it.
Right.
That stress is going to catch up with you
Yeah.
sooner than later. So just enjoy life and definitely keep going, chill. Everything will be good.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
You're like that.
For me, what I'm currently telling myself is don't give up.
Yeah.
And like, stop being so hard on yourself.
Right.
I can't be my like worst critic. you know?
Right.
So I need to get that under control. Yeah.
And I definitely agree. I am my biggest critic. I beat myself up so bad. Like, that's the best thing I do is beat myself up. And I'm
Worst thing.
right. But that's what I'm the best at.
Yeah.
And just, you know, I've been trying to practice looking in the mirror every day and telling myself, like, I love you. And
Speaking
really,
into existence.
really mean it. Like, and maybe I'm not at a point right now where I love everything about me, but I'm going to get to that point one day. And really, I've always been the type of person to pour into the next person more than I pour into myself. So right now I'm in the phase of being selfish. I need to take care of myself. I need to keep my mental health first and love God.
Love God. I love that.
I love it.
I love it.
Yes.
So, I mean, thank you guys so much for joining me in this roundtable talk. Empower Our Crown is about this, you know, sisters joining together, having conversations about love, having conversations about purpose, and having conversations about being present and keep going. So, thank you, and come out to my event June 22nd. It's the launch of Empower Our Crown. Get your tickets today, right now.